Yogini. This is Prasiddha. Thank you for joining me. And everybody new on the channel who's joined this last few months, welcome if you're with me right now. Super excited to have you guys and get to know you guys, especially on live stream. So feel free to ask your questions throughout as I'm sharing, and then I'm going to get right into the Q&A. So most of the video will be answering all of your guys' questions. So today I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what to do when you feel a cold coming on from the Ayurvedic perspective. And so I really love this topic, especially because I know a lot of people getting colds right now. It's that time of the year, cold and flu season, and with the weather changes, with all of the environmental changes that we're having, it's a really great time to know what you can do from home, easy home remedies to kind of stop your cold in its tracks if you feel it coming on. So please make sure if there's any audio or visual issues, please do let me know. I hope that everything works okay. I have like a little bit of an interesting setup per usual, guys. You know, I'm always I'm always adapting and making do. So first off, I want to start off by sharing a very basic principle of Ayurveda when it comes to colds, which is we always balance opposite qualities. So the way we bring harmony back to the body is by thinking of the opposite kind of quality that we want to, how we want to harmonize that imbalance that we're having. So cold is quite literally an embodiment of a cold energy. So we always want to focus in warming foods, warming liquids, warming substances. And I'm going to go into a little more details about what that means. First and foremost, start off by only drinking warm liquids, especially water. Don't drink cold water, especially don't drink icy drinks and water or even icy smoothies when you feel a cold or congestion coming on. Focus in hot teas, herbal teas, and just warm water in general. Another really easy thing you can incorporate is lemon, honey, ginger tea. This is something which most people have in their home, which really helps root out the cold from its source, which is always the gut, and increase your Agni or digestive capacity, and also bring in warming qualities to the body, which helps prevent the imbalance from growing further. So you can start off your morning with a nice cup of lemon, honey, ginger tea and sipping on that in the morning times. The other thing you want to look out for is really easy to digest, light, fresh meals. So think of things which are going to go down easily and come out easily. Things like soups, rice, warm veggies. Really try to avoid any processed or heavier food to digest, like meat, even faux meat products, and sugar or processed foods, prepackaged foods are going to be much more difficult for your body to digest and will further aggravate the cold. So think of light, easy to digest meals and warm meals that you can have. The other thing I wanted to add is another really easy home remedy too that often balances colds, and I'm not going to be getting into specifics here obviously because there's so many different variations of colds, and if you really want to go into more specific with herbs or medicines, herbal medications, you have to look at the individual. But this is an overarching one which is generally safe for most colds, which is turmeric and honey. So you can make just a turmeric honey paste and take that daily, like a teaspoon, about a teaspoon, half teaspoon. So you mix in honey, mix in like a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and take it as a paste in your mouth, suck on it, and then digest it. And so that's going to be a really easy, again, home remedy you can do by yourself that often helps nick that congestion and cold when it's in the nasal cavity and the throat and chest region. It's going to help stop that in its tracks. Again, sorry for the background noise, guys. I'm outside. Hopefully it's not picking up too much. The other thing is, of course, vitamin C and fresh foods. So fresh fruits are going to be really essential when you're feeling a cold coming on, especially fruits that are naturally high in immunity qualities like vitamin C and antioxidants. Blueberries, oranges, other types of citrus even are going to be really great fruits to consume or juices to consume when you feel a cold coming on. They're going to just help boost your immunity naturally, of course. And sorry, when I'm looking down, I'm trying to catch up with your guys' comments. So give me a second and then I will do my best to catch up. The other biggest thing, of course, is lifestyle-wise. You really want to focus in not overexerting the body when you feel a cold or congestion coming on. Let your body rest, let your body recover, get good sleep at night. Don't physically overwork yourself, don't do intense workouts. Actually, I would say avoid most workouts, maybe just gentle yoga during the time until you feel your body repair itself and start to heal. The other thing is, of course, pranayama, breathing techniques, and meditation. Those can be hugely healing to the body, especially when it comes to cold and flu symptoms. You can do techniques like Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, which I have a tutorial here on my channel of if you guys aren't familiar. You can do a warming breath like Bhastrika Pranayama. You can also do just deep abdominal breathing to help heal and repair the body and get your breathing in sync. Start to heal from the inside out. Meditation, of course, is going to touch on your mental and emotional well-being, which is always tied in to physical illness. So make sure that you do take time for your spiritual practice every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. Really make sure that you're doing that for yourself and staying consistent with that while you're fighting your cold. The other thing that you want to focus in is keeping your body warm. So don't let yourself be exposed to the elements. Don't go outside with wet hair. Keep your body warm. Wear a beanie or gloves, socks when you need to, even if it's inside. Keep your extremities really warm. And make sure you're taking warm or hot showers and baths and not exposing yourself to cold water either, because again, that's going to further aggravate. So all of this, you can see there is a science and a pattern which Ayurveda follows, right? There is that technology for balancing the imbalance. So try to, wrap your mind around that, and I think this will probably give you a good picture of how this makes sense and how you can incorporate and use the same philosophy to apply to whatever that you might be consuming or taking. So keep those tips in mind. I hope that these help you guys during the season, and those that you guys know or love, your family members, you can share these tips. They're super easy home remedies, and they really do work. They really do work, especially when you are first feeling the symptoms. So if this is like you're just starting to feel stuff come on, this stuff works really well at that time. So let me know if you guys use this, if it works for you, and if you have any other further questions on this topic or other topics. I am going to get into the Q&A now. So I'm going to look over here and check out the comments. Okay, let's see. By the way, if any of you guys are looking for more content, I know I've been less on YouTube. For those of you guys that haven't heard, I've been doing much more stuff on TikTok. I post multiple videos on TikTok daily and occasionally on Instagram too, so make sure to follow me there if you want more consistent content and easy tutorials. Okay, I'm pulling up the comments now, guys. Bear with me here. Okay. Hi, Carlos and Vanessa, Carolina, Amir, Ramakrishna. Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate you guys. Connecting the dots. Aw, thank you so much. You're so sweet, and I really appreciate all your interactions, and your videos are amazing. Everybody go check her out who's listening. In the comments, go follow her. She makes amazing videos, super high quality too. Okay, so Timeless is asking, wish I knew some herbs that would help. Who can I ask? Me. Yeah, I do that for a living. So if you want to have an individual consultation with me, you absolutely can. You can book me in the description down below. My booking link is there. So if you want a one-on-one and get herbs that are really, really actually designed for you, that will integrate best to your body and help you with precisely what you're looking for, I specialize in that. So you can book me at tinyurl.com/bookayurveda, or go to my website, anandaayurveda.org, and there's also my booking pages there too. Okay. Karen, howdy. Hi, nice to see you here, Karen. Okay, hello from Finland. Cool, very cool. Okay, Karen, what do you suggest Ayurvedic to build the iron in the blood? Yeah, one of the best natural sources of iron, two things that are actually really easy to take, they're all in their foods. One is jaggery. So it's a sweetener from India that a lot of Indian people will be familiar with. Some Westerners might not be, but jaggery you can get at like a local Indian store. Super high in iron content, so it's amazing for people who need more iron in their blood. And also sesame seeds are a great source of this. So you can eat or put sesame seeds in your food, or just eat them separately, especially black sesame seeds. Really great for that. Okay, Awakened Spirit, thank you. Hello, Tiger. Oh, Ramakrishna said, would love to hear about Sri Yukteswar coming up in your dream. I almost, that's so funny you said that. I almost did this live stream about that story. I think I'll have to tell it in the next one because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. um, what is good to drink? Can you be more specific? I kind of mentioned some things that, like, let me know what in specific you're asking, what kind of drinks you're asking about. Tiger, garlic gives good amount of heat. Yeah, garlic can definitely be beneficial for certain types of colds. Definitely can be. It can help to bring that heating quality to the gut. Do you not recommend supplements like zinc? Timeless Abundance is asking. No, I don't necessarily, like, I'm not against them. There's definitely certain supplements that I am a proponent of and I know can be very useful. That being said, I'm also on team if you have a if you have the right diet, like if you have an Ayurvedic diet for your body type and you're taking herbs, supplements become pretty redundant, like vitamin supplements, I should say, most of them. But there are certain ones I would definitely recommend for almost all people, which would be B12 and omegas, and your omegas, because those are very hard to get nowadays with a diet, even if you're not vegan, or if you are especially, those should be some that you take. I'm great. How are you guys? Wow, big question. Katie Roy's like, why did God create human life? What is the purpose? The purpose is realizing ourselves, is realizing who we are and where we come from. This was all a play, a Leela designed for our consciousness to realize itself, to go through that remembrance process so that we could experience what we truly are and who we truly are. In a nutshell. Okay. Would you be interested in doing interviews? Yeah, for sure. I do interviews. Email me if you have something in mind. Maria, I just found out the live has started. Yay. Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining. You can ask your questions here. I'll be on for the next bit. How come the link to your website isn't below? Can someone post a link for me? Oh, sorry. It's because I'm live streaming, so I haven't gotten to like edit the description yet. But if you go to any of my other videos or even my main channel page, the links are all there. So you can check them out there in the description of any other video, recent video. You can see it there, but I'll definitely post it after this live stream's over. Namaskar, Tanswell. Okay, what teas are good to drink? Awakened Spirit is asking, what teas are good to drink? So some off the top of my head, I would say for most general colds and congestion would be licorice tea, really great, lemon ginger tea, turmeric tea, tulsi tea. Those are some that are really overall generally can't do much harm and are very beneficial for colds and congestion. Nithyanandam Diego. Can you guys still hear me and see me? I'm not quite sure. Hopefully you can. Okay, Alice is asking, should one be concerned of ulcers on a liquid diet, or are these healed simply with Haritaki Triphala? And or is it normal to feel like liquid and air is moving around the diaphragm? So liquid diet can definitely help a lot of conditions from the inside out, simply because it's a detox. And it's clearing out blockages and what we call ama, undigested waste in the body. That being said, it depends on what stage your ulcers were in and what liquids you're taking, because still certain foods might be aggravating the ulcers versus balancing them. So if you're interested, I would say tune in with me. I can give you more details on that in a one-on-one. Otherwise, Haritaki and Triphala definitely do help with that. Triphala especially because it has amalaki in it, which is really good. Another really great herb for that is like Bhumi amalaki. But I really would have to get in more specifics with like where you're at in your condition and everything. Hi, Love and Light from Serbia. That's sweet. Thank you. What is the secret of your divine glow and smile? Oh, thank you. I would say it is God. It is divine connection that I have in my life, my spirituality, and of course the grace of my guru, which is the reason I feel so connected to my spiritual path and God all the time. So that's my secret. Okay, Diego. Is it okay to have vegetables and fruit in the same meal? I would recommend no. You should have your fruit separately from most other things in your meal because they digest extremely quickly. So don't eat your fruit mixed in with other foods. I would try to just have your veggies, your rice, your lentils, whatever together, and then have fruit ahead of time, 30 minutes at least, or at a separate time of the day, like a snack. Can you make your ginger tea too strong? I love my tea real spicy. Alice, yes, you can. I would be careful with overdoing it, especially with ginger because it's very heating. So it can cause, if you have too much of it, it can cause acidity and acid reflux and other aggravating issues like ulcers and hemorrhoids. So especially if it's powdered ginger, you have to be careful with that. Fresh ginger is less of a risk, so if you actually get it from the root. But when you get powdered ginger, like that's in a pre-made tea bag or something, or like just the spice, that is extra heating to the body, so be careful. I appreciate your time too, guys. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate your feedback. Okay, Ramakrishna is asking, have you heard of Paramahamsa Vishwananda? Indeed, I have. Beautiful being and guru. A lot of people that I know are devotees of him, and him and my guru are actually like close buddies, and they've had some past experiences and really cool conversations together. So I definitely believe he is an enlightened being as well. Okay. What is the red thing in your forehead? I actually just made a TikTok about this, so I would say go check out my TikTok. It's going to be posted in like a few hours. But basically, it's a bindi. A lot of Hindus wear to represent the third eye. And it's part of my particular lineage to wear it every day as in the shape of a tilak because I'm initiated into third eye awakening or different abilities from my guru. Okay. Ashwin meets a isn't it? I don't know what that means. Okay. Thank God for Swamiji. He's the best. Aw, yes, I agree. So beautiful to have a guru, a living guru in our lives. There's like nothing to compare on the spiritual path. Prasiddha, do you know any herb remedy to help rebalance the circadian rhythm? Great question. Yes, there are definitely herbs that can help, but a lot of that's going to come to lifestyle and habits, especially sleep cycles and eating cycles. So keeping a routine, a schedule of what time you go to sleep, what time you wake up, what time you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, really, really nothing is more powerful than that in balancing the circadian rhythm. Tiger, if your brother has a lot of gas after meals, that means he needs to look at the causative factors of what he's eating, which means that he's eating probably most likely vata aggravating foods. So if you want to Google that, you can see like a lot of larger beans sometimes aggravate vata. Certain nightshade vegetables or potatoes can aggravate vata. Dry, crunchy foods can aggravate it and cause gas. So look at that. Take a look at that. Otherwise, you can also he could drink during meals. CCF tea, so coriander, cumin, fennel tea, will really help balance his digestion and help prevent some of that. What about tea and fruit together? That's okay because it's a liquid. So spices and water is easy to digest. No issue there on that front. Thank you for your live. Can I eat oatmeal and lentil soup for weight loss and take rice once a week? Oatmeal generally is actually like more bulk promoting or at least balancing of the weight. If you want to lose weight, I would recommend more like barley or amaranth as the porridge. And you can do lentil soups for sure. Nithyananda Yogini. Okay, is it wrong to connect to multiple gurus or spiritual leaders? Alice is asking. It's not wrong. There's no such thing as that being wrong, and no judgment on that front. I think sometimes at a certain point in our path, we might not still know exactly which one might be our sadguru, like our main guru. So that's okay as we explore. But I would say definitely, I know the benefits of devoting yourself into one particular path or tradition because you go fully into it. Anything you do with your full heart, right, in devotion, you're going to go further. Instead of splitting yourself up into multiple pathways, right, you can see that your energy is dispersed. And so you're not necessarily going to jump leaps and bounds in the same way because everything's, your energy is being split up, right? Your time, your energy, your devotion is being split. So in that way, I think it's very beneficial to at some point kind of feel your calling on who you're going to go with or what path you're going to follow, if that makes sense. what are your thoughts on fasting and what type, water or dry fasting? So both water and dry fasting have their own benefits and their own risks. Fasting is super beneficial. It is used as a huge healing remedy within Ayurveda, but there's also contraindications for it, especially if somebody is emaciated, if they have certain diseases or disorders like, maybe issues with blood sugar, cholesterol, you have to be careful with that. If they're pregnant, you definitely don't want to do that. Things like that, you got to do everything in balance, and know what's right for your body. Dry fasting can be especially challenging for certain body types. So I would say be more careful with that, especially for a Vata or Pitta dosha. Dry fasting can be a bit challenging, sometimes cause dosha aggravation, and emaciation and lightheadedness. So be careful with that. But, if you're doing it with a spiritual context, I'm a firm believer in the power of that. So really, if you're doing it with that heart, I think it can go a long way. Thank you, Paul. So sweet. Eden is asking, how do you find a guru? Some of you guys who followed me for a while know that I always say this, but, it's always said that we don't find our gurus find us. They come to us when we're ready. So if you have that intention in your heart and you're ready to connect, you're ready to seek that in your life, I really, really know that being will come into your life, in some way or another. You'll see the signs and they'll come to you. Keep, seeking, keep reading, keep listening to videos, keep listening to different teachers, and I think you'll find your calling. You'll find your calling. Is it cool to have banana and cocoa in a protein shake? Yeah, it's not the worst, but I would say it would be ideal to do, to maybe avoid the banana as often. But you can still do, banana's not the worst to have in combination with those. It can be a little more heavy, and a little mucus creating with the banana, but it's not too bad. Nithyanandam Kaishore. Namaste, Rachit. How to handle stress? That is a very open-ended question, my friend. I have never done yoga or meditation. What should be my first steps moving towards to the spiritual gain? There's no wrong way. Just start. Don't stop yourself. There's a lot of resources out on YouTube of yoga sequences and meditation techniques, including here on my channel, but there's a lot of other great content out there too. Just Google, just search and see what starts working for you. Nithyananda, I've been so impressed with the power of ashwagandha, especially the quality offered by Ananda Ayurveda brand. Loving exploring all the benefits. Gratitude. Aw, so happy to hear that. I love ashwagandha. So powerful. Yeah, if any of you guys are interested, my company sells it, so you can check it out on anandaayurveda.org. It's some great stuff. Do you have any tips for reducing brain fog? Yes, there's a lot of tips for that. I would want to know more about when you experience this, how often, what kind of fog exactly do you mean, what are the feelings associated with it, what foods you might be eating during certain parts of the day, your lifestyle habits, your digestion. And there's a lot of details I'd want to get into, honestly. I know that's not so helpful directly, but if you want to go really into it with me, I would do that in a consultation or something. I am a college student. What should I be the daily routine for me with yoga in the morning? That depends on your schedule, but I would say if you can get up between 4 to 6 a.m. to do a yoga practice, that is the best time. And it'll make sure that you do it before your day starts at college. So try to fit it in then. Sans Tosh, namaste. What do you recommend to decrease inflammation in the body? Specifically, lower and mid back pain. Thank you. So there's many, many types of inflammation. We use that word for a lot of different things, actually. But if you're talking about just back pain, there's two things I would recommend. Daily massage, we call abhyanga in Ayurveda, with a warm sesame oil in that area. I would rub that oil into your back and hip region every day in the morning. That'll help a lot. The other thing you can do is called a basti. It's an Ayurvedic treatment that is amazing for relieving pain like this. You'd have to go to an Ayurveda center to do it. So worth it though. Very, very powerful. There's also herbs, but I can't recommend any, honestly, without knowing a lot more about your condition. But there are herbs for that kind of stuff as well. Okay, just catching up here. Alice is asking, should one make sure to have equivalent nutrition when on a liquid diet? Yes, it can be, Alice. You have to be careful. You do have to be careful. Some body types. Again, we all know from a spiritual context, anything is possible, right? But for the general people, I would say, please do focus in getting all the different food groups and nutrients you need. Drita has an amazing ebook that is for free on our website, anandaayurveda.org, that is all about liquid diet. So he has a lot of really, really great nutritional info in there about how to do a liquid diet right. Check that out. Diego, what do you think of the Jupiter and Saturn alignment on December 21st? I'm excited for it. We got the age of Aquarius coming, a new opening for positive and auspicious spiritual energy. I'm very excited for it. It's time. It's time. It's been a crazy year for all of us. What is ashwagandha for? Timeless Abundance is asking. Ashwagandha is for many things. One side is mental health. So it's amazing for stress, insomnia, and anxiety, mitigating anxiety and stress in the body. Really, really great for that. It's also used on a physical level for toning muscle, building strength in the body, and even balancing hormones. So it's used for many different purposes. It's a very nourishing, grounding herb, so it's good for people who are maybe thinner too or trying to gain weight. It can really help with that. Or emaciated or weak. It can be really an awesome herb for that. There's many other purposes too. On our website, there's like a list of most of the main uses of it, so you can read that blog on anandaayurveda.org. And it's pretty comprehensive on the benefits of it. What do you recommend for recovery after daily morning yoga practice? Recovery, like, do you mean for food or for herbs or teas? Can a guru be anyone? I mean, yes, in theory, everybody is a guru, right? Like, all of life is. Anything can be our teacher. But at a different level, I would say it's much more sound and efficient and authentic to follow a guru who is enlightened. So I would really try to find an actual enlightened master to follow, because if you follow another human being, they're just as lost as you are, in some ways, right? Even me, like I don't have everything together. I might have a certain amount of knowledge that's been gifted to me and a certain amount of experience, but I haven't achieved yet that ultimate. And so I would want to follow somebody who has achieved that ultimate so that we can have the proper guidance, on the path. Hello, whatever things. Yeah, Timeless Abundance, you can take it daily. Dosage depends also on your digestive strength. So if you are working out every day, you can definitely take it daily. If you're not, I would say maybe not take it every day, because it's not going to digest as well. But if you do work out and you're physically active every day, you can definitely take a half teaspoon to a teaspoon, generally speaking. What advice would you give to your younger self? Alina, my younger self, I would definitely say, I think the biggest thing I would tell myself would be to stop being so judgmental of myself and to really, really work on the pattern of caring too much what other people think. That caused me a lot of suffering in my life. So I think that would be the one thing I would be like, hey, it doesn't matter. Be you. It feels so much better. People are going to judge you no matter what, no matter how nice or how not nice you are, whatever that it is, people will judge you. And just live your authenticity, That's probably what I would tell myself. But anyways, I don't believe in that too at the same time, because I went through everything I needed to go through to get to where I am now, What kind of empath are you? Do you mean like what kind of psychic ability? Like, is that what you're referring to? Is it possible to send healing and prana to family members and beings who might not be on a spiritual path? Absolutely. Yep. You can always send light and healing to people. Even better if you have their permission, but you can also send a certain amount as long as you say, like, I'm not interfering in this person's will, in this person's space, but I'm just sending everything that I can from my side. Okay. Have you ever heard about Vairagya or made you practice? I have heard a little bit about it, but honestly, I don't know enough to speak on it. What website? AnandaAyurveda.org. I will type it here because I keep mentioning it. Sorry, guys. This is my herbal small business that I started with Drita, and it is my baby, so I appreciate any support and interaction on the website. I'm typing it here. Aha, there we go. AnandaAyurveda.org. Yeah. We got awesome herbs there. We also got a free ebook there. Lots of great info on the blog too. Are you vegan? I am. I am indeed. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this Q&A up. I really appreciate all you guys' amazing questions on this topic and your time, your energy, your love. Sending big, big blessings to all you guys wherever that you are in the world. And I'll connect with you guys soon. If you want more interaction or have other questions, definitely follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Again, I'm really active there on the daily more than I am on YouTube. So check that out, guys, and I will see you on the next stream. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you.